I have found a little bit of moistness on this end next to the creek, but this spot is normally a little bit wet, mainly from the tide rising up here. We had some fog this morning over our creeks, bays, and rivers, and you can still kind of see it over there. There's a creek there and then the river down there, and that fog is still just kind of hanging around there. It's a nice morning, about 72 degrees right now. Gonna be a nice day. Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. And what I have decided to do, I just don't like the way that mulcher tills up these ends. It just leaves these ends rough. So after I planted the field yesterday and bounced around on the end, I decided I'm going to run over the ends with the field cultivator. So I did not plant the ends at all, just the field itself. So I'm going to run over these ends with the field cultivator, level them out, and then I'll be able to finish planting these tilled fields, and then I'll get into the no-till. And the deer are out laughing at me already. You see that group of them there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them there. Just waiting for these soybeans to come up so they can start munching. They're just moseying along, not a care in the world. There's a bit of a trench there that mulcher leaves when you do these ends, and so each time you come across there, you hit that little trench, and it just jars your eye teeth, or your E teeth, or your O teeth, whichever teeth you have. And so this field cultivator levels that out, and then you can keep moving along when you're spraying and harvesting and whatever else. Got a little wet spot, a little moist spot right there. I almost got stuck there with the planter yesterday turning around. And now that fog is starting to move inland some. You can really see it there. It's starting to move a little bit across here. The end of the world as we know it, maybe. I don't think the weather forecasters predicted fog this morning. Oh yeah, that's much smoother. I know this takes a little bit more time bringing this down here just to do the ends, but if I want to no-till this field for the next 5 or 6 years, then I don't want to be cussing it each time on these ends. Even though I do have a new seat in that tractor, I still don't want to bounce around too much. This darn locust tree has been sitting out in this field now for a year, and I've just been going around it because I haven't had the tractor and loader down here. So let's see if I can get it out of the field now. Thing is not going to break back there. This limb is gonna come up and hit me. Up there. Up. Okay, it stayed there. It didn't pop back. Alright, that job is done. Oh dang, I picked up 1/10 of an acre by doing that. Here's a little better picture of the fog across the creek. Just kind of hanging around the creek. I guess that water is still somewhat cool, and with these last couple of days we've had being warm, that is what is creating that fog. I have finished planting the tilled ground on this farm. I've just reset the drill for no-till ground. I've filled the drill up. Let's get back in here and plant some more. That field is planted on to the next one. It is almost perfect conditions for no-tilling these soybeans right now. I don't get conditions like this too often. It's a beautiful day out on the water, although I don't see many boats out there for it being Memorial Day weekend. There's one boat over that way, and I really haven't seen many out here all day. A little bit of stuff in this field I had to pick up that had blown in from the river. Not as bad as that field I showed you a couple of weeks ago. Oops, looks like I missed a board here. Better get out and pick that up. I don't see any nails in it. You can see where the corn stalks sort of piled up from the wave action. I think it's time to put some more beans in there so I can keep on going. Alright, I just filled the drill up. I dusted the windows off so I can see a little bit. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. I have found a little bit of moistness on this end next to the creek, but this spot is normally a little bit wet, mainly from the tide rising up here. And surprisingly, I did not get stuck. I've gone all the way to the end and did not get stuck. I'm somewhat surprised over that. I was taking a chance by doing that. But I still have to plant the end, so I still have to go across 2 more times in that area. So fingers crossed. You know, getting close to adult beverage time, so I'll probably end up getting hung up in that moist area. I was spinning a little bit. I've come through that place once on the first pass. Let's see if I can get through on the second pass here. Yep, made it. We spun a little bit, but we made it. Life is good. Okay, that last time through I was spinning a little bit. I got one more pass here to make. And I'm spinning again, but I'm just about out of it, and there we go. We did it. And I'm going to call that a wrap. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I only got about 50 acres planted today, but it took me, well, a little over an hour, maybe 2 hours to run that field cultivator around the ends of those tilled fields, and then I had to go and plant those ends. So I really didn't get on the planter until, what was it, 11:30, 12 o'clock today? Here it is, about 7:30 now. So yeah, only got 50 acres planted, but these aren't real long rows, so it's a lot of turning around that we got to do. All right, I guess I've got nothing else to say, so I'm going to say, see ya! See ya!